the weekend, Mr. Davis. How you feel about the weekend?
Eesh, as usual, feeling relaxed when the weekend comes around. Just want to lay back, kick back, and I'm sipping on a little bit of something right now as well.
I think
Get that ice.
for me, it's probably going to be a little bit different. I'm going to most likely be working this weekend, but definitely try and get some relaxation going as well.
Yeah, there's a few things going on this weekend. We've got Euros going on. We've got Israel Adesanya going on. We've got something even bigger going on in some part of West Africa. Want to tell us about that?
Oh, yeah. Before, I think we should just roll the intro music so we can get right into it.
Aye.
All right, first things first. Rest in peace, Uncle. I'm just playing. First things first. We want to take a moment to acknowledge our listeners.
Big up.
Yeah, big ups. Like we're saying, like it feels like it doesn't make any sense with the kind of traction we're getting. Like this podcast just started out of almost necessity, and we've been getting a lot of traction, a lot of listeners from across the world. And we just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's supported us.
Big shout out to all the listeners around, most places. I think we've got the US, the UK, West Africa.
Yep.
So big up to you lot, yeah. We're trying to make it more interactive as well because I see a lot of you lot are listening to it right now. So, we'll be coming through on Instagram and Twitter soon so we can get a little bit more interaction going on. Maybe get, some of your thoughts out there as well. Have you lot, get involved in the conversation, right?
Right. So like Timmy was saying, from all different corners of the globe, like we're getting listeners from mostly Canada, the US, the UK, and Nigeria. Interestingly enough, we're like 2 episodes in, and now we're like the number 1 podcast in the news and commentary category, which is just a miracle by itself.
Boom, boom, boom.
There you go. So again, I want to say a big thank you to everybody. Thanks for listening, and thank you for sharing the podcast.
Yeah, man.
All right, so let's get right into it. June the 12th, West African time. That's when this episode is going to be dropped.
Did that for a reason.
This is supposed to be Democracy Day in Nigeria, and there's definitely there's definitely going to be a lot of tension on the ground, and we are just trying to urge everyone to just be very, very safe.
People stay safe.
Honestly, we understand the passion, the drive, and everybody's trying to get out there and get involved in some form of protest on Democracy Day, which is very symbolic. And we just want to urge people to stay safe.
Yeah, which is your right as well. Your right to protest, right? On the Constitution, that's your right to do that as well. While you're doing that, stay safe. Make sure your family and friends know your whereabouts. Stay connected, right? Use technology, Twitter, text messaging, whatever, right? Make sure your phone's loaded up out there with what they call it, the credit on your phone, right? So you can, be in communication with your people, right? Just stay safe.
And it's super important because for those who don't know or are listening for like the first time, the idea behind this protest is to essentially protest the Nigerian government and some of the things that have been ongoing. And Nigeria is a democratic,
you should, and which is your right.
Right, Nigeria is a democratic country, and this is part of the civil liberties that you can go outside. You can go outside and protest if you're unhappy about a situation. And so the last time this happened, NSAR's protest,
October the 20th, 2020.
Yeah, it was devastating. It was really unfortunate. It was in international news because some people had to pay for it with their lives. I'm talking about people sitting in their balcony minding their own business. I'm talking about people protesting out there in the streets, and it's been really, really dark, and it's not a moment we're going to forget easily. And so we want to urge everybody listening to just be really aware of your surroundings when you're out there.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're on your phone, don't forget to check whatever hashtag is trending for support. There's the June 12th protest hashtag. There's the Keep It On hashtag. And you just pay attention to the emergency services that are going to be coming through there. There will be some legal services as well we're not like organizers of the protest or anything, but we know how these things work, and we just really want everyone to be safe, because I'm sure parents are going to be concerned, and wards are going to be really, really uneasy about this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know what else to add to that. It's just so far there's not much chatter about any organization going on that's helping out, like, during the NSAS protest, how things were going and everything was so organized. And so far, not much chatter on that, if there's going to be any such organization. But I mean, if you're going out there to protest, just, make sure you're prepared for it as well. Like, you take some water with you as well, right? Stay hydrated. It's hot out there, right? And you might be walking for a bit, right? So just make sure, you have breakfast too, right? Before you leave in the morning, eat something good, get some water, get on the road and do what you got to do and exercise your rights.
Right. We understand
peacefully
too, and you should be really aware of your surroundings, because there will be a lot of bad actors who are trying to take advantage of this protest and like perform their evil deeds. If you may, please keep an eye out for those people. There are people who are going to want to loot and just like give this protest a bad name. There are people who are going to want to come out there and just cause, just disrupt the whole thing. We've seen this happen before, right? This is how it goes down. Our only advice is that you should have your eyes peeled, and everybody should work together. This is a lot of pressure on the people going out there. Some of us do not have the opportunity to be there right now, but we're really supportive, and we'll be supporting anyhow we can, because we understand that this is a civil right.
Yeah. So I mean, this day, like, so June 12th, how'd that come out? Like, it's a bank holiday, right? And it's a public holiday. What's the origin, like, of this day in the country?
Man. Yeah. So initially, Democracy Day wasn't really on June the 12th, right? This became Democracy Day back in 2018, when the current president and his administration declared it to be the new Democracy Day. And it's supposed to commemorate like the day MKO Abiola won what is regarded as Nigeria's freest and fairest election on June 12th in 1993. And some of us were really, really young to know what was going on back then, but some are much older and they were very familiar with what is happening. And this is an election that was eventually cancelled by Brian Babangida, who still walks free, by the way, but that's a whole different story. And now this is basically to pay respects, obviously, to MKO Abiola, as well as have a significant day to celebrate, quote unquote, our democracy. Because if we truly are in a democracy, it wouldn't be such a big deal to protest, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, if that's what they're celebrating, then they should let the people protest.
Honestly, supposed to be free and fair, and it doesn't look like it. There's going to be a lot of threats. There's going to be a lot of negative reaction in the media, especially Nigerian media. But because it's Nigeria, the world is always watching, right? So we expect that there's going to be alternate coverages of this event. But the most important thing, like we've been reiterating since the start of the program, is please, please, please stay safe.
Stay safe, stay connected as well, right? Don't want anyone missing, or
right.
Have emergency numbers if you need to as well, like to speed dial. Speed dial is a good way. Like, have a speed dial on your phone, so if you don't have the time to call anyone, you can just press 1 or something like that, right?
Right.
And get through to that person you need to get through to. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're going out there tomorrow. I mean, yeah, we just came out here today, basically, talk about what's going on tomorrow. Give you guys some moral support, because we're not there ourselves. And essentially thank our listeners so far. Like, you guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. Like we said, we're going to come through you on social media. We're going to try and get that interaction going, so you can have a lot more connectivity and interconnectedness. Or,
right.
Know who you lot are, build some rapport, maybe get some of your thoughts out here as well, right? So it's not just our thoughts or whatever we're saying. Let's see what the people actually think, right? See what you lot are thinking about. See what you lot, what kind of views you want to express, right?
Right.
Very open to that.
And initially, this was like a completely different episode. This was supposed to talk about something completely unrelated to the protest. But, I mean, this is such a big thing, right? It has to be discussed because We talk about how Nigeria is so talented. We have people literally in every sector you can think of on the entire planet excelling. I'm talking about education. I'm talking about science and technology. I'm talking about the arts. Bro, I just saw Loki last night, and there's like a Yoruba girl in Loki. There's like Style Bender is fighting tomorrow. Like there's UFC champions born out of Nigeria. There's scientists. There's guys working over at NASA. There's just like an excess pool of talent, but it's just so unfortunate that sometimes we struggle with leadership, and that doesn't create equal opportunity for the rest of the population who is just like stuck, and for every opportunity they seem to want to create for themselves, it gets taken away by some kind of new law or some kind of failure in leadership. And so this is the reason why people are trying to get out there for the protests. This because you have to raise your voice when you see something isn't working like it should, because the potential for Nigeria alone is ridiculous. It's endless.
Yeah, that's right. But in the meantime, if you want to get conversations started or whatnot, because that's really what we have for you today.
Right.
We don't have our social media page up yet, but you can hit us up you can hit me up in person. I don't know if Ajay is going out there with his, but at Temi Davis, TEMIDAVIS, drop
Right.
a one line and let's have a conversation. Let's go from there.
Oh, definitely. And I'm also at Igbenga. That's IGBENGA. Pretty much everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's our short and sweet episode.
Sweet.
In summary, like we said, thank you to all our listeners. We appreciate every single one of you guys for helping us grow so quickly. It's like a meteoric rise. It's so unusual. It feels like witchcraft. And then we also want to urge people to stay safe out there during the protests and look out for one another. And we really appreciate every single one of you.
For sure, man. Continue the backyard conversations.
All right. Talk to you guys soon again. Cheers.